Luna Classic price prediction and technical analysis. You guys do not want to miss out on this. We'll check out the overall market sentiment, but first, welcome back. Moneybags Rico here, bringing you financial awareness to a crypto space that is changing on the hour, every hour. With that being said and out the way, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and light up that bell notification. You guys do not want to miss out on this. The overall market, we have Luna Classic with 323%. It was just at 88.08, which is the numbers of abundance. The overall sentiment on this one is 88. Again, the numbers of abundance. This is right here, moving right. We got Luna C. Looks like something good is happening. I completely agree because volume is king. I'm going to continue to say that on this channel. And also, when it comes to volume, that's basically money coming in. That's why volume is king, because, you know, money is king. So the volume coming in indicates that money is coming in. So we got 323% on daily volume, and we have Luna Classic up 38.86%. This is epic right here. So like I said, we're going to be checking a look at Luna Classic. I've had some people ask me, why am I doing videos on Luna Classic and whatnot like that? It should be dead or whatnot. I don't believe that. There's a lot of people that, you know, their money is stuck up in there, and people who do not think that they deserve the chance to be able to relieve themselves of what happened. You know, that'd be kind of selfish if you ask me. So I'm going to continue to make these Luna Classic videos. If you're part of the Luna Classic, the Terra Classic community, go ahead and leave some comments down below. Like that, I can keep pumping these videos out. Right now, we have this zero threshold that's indicated by this red one right here. And we're also going to put some arrows right here because this is that new 0 point that Terra Classic is not going underneath. So we got, of course, that zero threshold right there. And we have a continuation of this support being made right here. This is what indicates that this is that new zero. Now, this is the setup zone, meaning that it should break above. Let's go ahead and zoom in a bit. Break above, making the support. It kind of did, right? We did break above, make a higher low. We'll see if it marches above. It looks to me that what's going to happen is Luna is on the march to erase this zero. Okay. It looks like Luna's going to be killing the zero. It could happen today, especially with this amount of volume coming in. But we have this area that we have to respect. Okay. This is a resistance that we have. And that's why it needs to eventually become a future support, being where that setup is going to be, where traditional traders are going to look and say, okay, this was definitely the accumulation zone. We've accumulated some. This is going to be that setup zone for that potential breakout. This is a good range right here, from erasing the zero all the way to almost going to the halfway point of the erasing the next zero, of course. This is that breakout zone where later on we can go to these recent all-time highs of up here where it be almost 45,009. So we have those prices that we could look forward to. I do believe, due to the volume coming in right now, that Terra Classic could be on the verge of erasing the zero. This is going to be that psychological barrier. We had resistance right here, but if we look, this is that support. Let's look right here. This is a prior support. That's why it's a resistance right there. That's a support right there, right? And eventually we lost that support. That support then later on became a resistance. And now we're trying to flip that resistance into becoming now our new support. That's what's happening right now. And if we look by using the MACD down below, let's go ahead and just bring this up really quick. We've been oversold. So we might see some consolidation within this channel, right in this area. But if we break above this setup zone, above killing that zero, we could see a potential breakout all the way up here. And this is a little bit different. Usually that breakout is right where that zero erases, but I'm not going to call the breakout right there. The breakout's going to take a little bit more trust, meaning that we need to kill that zero and hold that line right above. It should look something like this. You guys that follow me on the channel, you guys will recognize this line, right? Go up, back down, making a higher low right on this support right there to help us identify that that's what we want to see. And then going to march to that breakout zone. That breakout zone would then lead us to that all-time high. But looking at the MACD lets us identify that we can possibly be trading sideways, because now we're in the overbought range, right? And we're starting to see, if we zoom in, that the candles have become hollow, meaning not as darkened as the other green ones. When they're really dark green, they have a lot of buying pressure. When they start turning light green, that's selling pressure starting to step in. What is also good to indicate right here and to note is all this volume that came in is not the same amount of volume leaving out, which helps me, of course, not financial advice, but helps me determine that we're most likely going to trade sideways on top of this line, trying to kill the zero, trying to erase the zero, because that volume has not exited. So people are holding positions. That's why this becomes a setup zone, because traditional traders will say, okay, people want a larger return. So they're holding longer because the volume is not exiting. And we can see that the volume, you know, Luna is now up 40%. So we are definitely marching towards eating that zero. This is happening live right now as the making of this video. Let's go ahead and break it down to that 5-minute chart. Like I said, we're right by that threshold of trying to get above that line. We're looking at the MACD on the 5-minute. We're oversold. We still have some room to go. So like I said, I do see Luna Classic killing that zero. If you guys are pumped up about Luna Classic killing that zero, eating that zero, whatever you want to call it, leave some comments down below. Like that, the YouTube algorithm can pump these videos out, because, you know, I'm behind, not do Quan or nothing like that, but the people that were hurt through Terra Classic. This is something that happened, and I'm going to still be making videos because I believe that they should have a relief plan. A relief plan being that they have an opportunity to wiggle their way out by learning how to trade, right? We're going to go ahead and zoom out now and take a look at the overall chart really quick on the 4-hour chart again, right? Let's erase this. And now let's go and add an indicator really quick. We're going to add one of my favorites is the SAR, the parabolic SAR, SAR right there. I call it the SCAR, right? We got that one right there. We'll change the color of it right in the settings so it's a little bit more visible. We'll put yellow right there and they'll pop out. So on the 4-hour chart, if we zoom in, we can see that the dots are not really separating that much. So it tells me that there's still some buying pressure and we're still looking good. We can see that by the volume candle. Of course, it would have to fill up a lot more. And we're going to layer this chart right now using the SAR to help us identify if that's what's really going on. You know, let's go ahead and fix this. So now let's go down to the 3-hour chart. Okay, so like I said, we're consolidating right on this setup zone. This is going to be a very important zone. We still have the dots on the bottom. Very important. The parabolic SAR is still on the bottom. Still working in our favor right now. The dots are getting a little bit separated, which to me, like I said, indicates that we're going to be trading to the right, but the volume is not exiting. Let's go down to the 1-hour chart. Now we have the dots on the top. The MACD has flipped. These are all things that we want to pay attention to when we're picking an entry, right? Could it have another potential breakout and just flip this dot right here? Absolutely, it could, especially with FOMO kicking in and with that type of trading volume that's going to step in for sure. And we can see that right now on the 30-minute chart. The MACD is losing selling pressure by the red candles being light in color, right? The dark color red candles mean that there's selling pressure, and now the selling pressure is exiting, and we can see that by the blue line also going straight to the right now. Let's go ahead and layer it down to the 15-minute chart. Okay, now in the 15-minute chart, we can see what's happening. The dots have flipped back over. Like I said, I believe that Luna Classic, mark my words, will eat this zero. Are we going to stay above that? Only time will tell if people hold those positions. But in the short term, with the amount of volume coming in, let's see what the volume's at now, 324%. So the volume is increasing. We're up 39.96%. And we're going to continue to rise right now. We're at the 15-minute chart. We got the MACD. You guys get to see it on the first candle. Basically, it's about already turning green. The blue line's about to cross the orange one. So that helps you when the red ones are light, then you get that green one, right? The dark green. Dark green. And then it flips again. Same, kind of like this pattern. It's just the patterns repeat themselves. Dark red, light green, starting dark green, buying pressure, losing buying pressure, selling pressure, losing selling pressure, got some more selling pressure, lost selling pressure, but now we have buying pressure stepping back in. Let's go ahead and layer it down to the 5-minute chart since we're already here. Okay, so we see that we definitely have some room right here on this 5-minute chart where it's going to continue to grow. I believe that we will be eating this zero today. We will see that happen. If it's going to stay above that, only time will tell. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart where it's important. Let's go ahead and go to this 2-hour chart. Okay. I like what I'm seeing overall. I like what I'm seeing right now. This is possibly, you know, not financial advice, but it looks like things are looking really good for those who were stuck in Luna Classic and those who, you know, want to wiggle their way out of this and possibly make some of their money back. So this is epic for them. I'm excited for those who have this opportunity. If you guys need help or need any tips or tricks, let me know down in the comments below. Message me via Twitter, Telegram, whichever way sees fit. If you guys need some help with these charts and whatnot, and these tips and tricks, the indicators and what they mean, and the candles that I'm using, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is. Later.